Hi guys, welcome to this video. My name is Stephen Black. I'm a clairvoyant and I do spiritual art. I'm just making a video at the moment just to explain and show you exactly what I do, how it works or how I work. Hopefully give you a little bit proof tonight with people's loved ones coming through on this blanket behind us. Basically what's going to happen is I'm going to put my phone on Stephen Black Clairvoyant page, which I have. There's over 40 odd thousand people following us now at the moment. I'm going to go live and then I'll be filming this video as well and putting some clips in of the live feed I'm doing as well. And I'm going to just ask everybody to think about their loved ones, and hopefully their loved ones will come through on this blanket behind us. I'm going to demonstrate how I cover the blanket. If I'm with somebody and I'm reading them, I ask them to cover the blanket, but obviously with current conditions at the moment that can't happen. So I'm going to go live now, and I'm going to hopefully help some people tonight with bringing their loved ones a little bit closer to them and letting them know that they're there, because that's the main reason why I do this for, to be honest with you all. So I hope you all enjoy and watch what I do, and I hope it helps you. Hello everybody, welcome to Stephen Black Clairvoyance page. What I'm going to be doing tonight is I'm going to be covering the blanket for you. I am making a little video, so obviously I'm talking on my camera and I'm talking on my phone at the same time. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be waiting for you all to join us, and I want you to start thinking about your loved ones who you've lost. I want you, if you haven't seen us before, basically how this works is you are going to ask your loved ones to come through on this blanket behind us. I'm going to cover the blanket. I'm going to take a photo on my professional camera on a Canon D6. I'm going to take a photo. I'm then going to transfer it over to my iPad. Then I'm going to go next door. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to draw whatever I see. If anybody has seen this before, you'll know fine well how successful these spiritual art are, as people send a lot of photos in of the loved ones and they put them side by side and you can clearly see who they are. I will be telling you anything that comes to us as well, so if I get any names, ages or how they've passed or specific messages, I will be passing them on as well. So I'm just going to, obviously for some of you who's never seen this before, this is going to be a little bit of a demonstration, but some of you hopefully you're going to be really successful and get your loved ones coming through for you. Please, if you don't mind, press the button wherever it is. You know the word that I'm not allowed to say it because Facebook picks up the algorithm of it. But please press that button and also make it public if you can. So what I'm going to do very shortly is I'm going to turn around and I'm going to rub that blanket behind me, this one, and I'm going to ask you all, whilst I'm covering the blanket, to think about your loved ones. Right, so guys, as I've said, think about your loved ones, ask them to come through, whether it's out loud, verbally, or you're saying it in your mind. Because these people who I'm going to draw are your loved ones. They're not mine, they're yours, right? So think about them, ask them to come through, and I'm just going to take my time and cover the blanket now. So I've got my camera now. This is a Canon 6D SLR, very powerful camera. It's a camera what they use on for people's weddings. So it picks up every little bit of detail. That's why I purchased this camera for, because obviously it's one of the most powerfulest cameras you can get, to be honest with you guys. So it's going to pick up, it's not going to miss anything. I'm going to take a photo now, and then I'm going to transfer it onto my iPad, and then we're going to draw whatever I see. Okay, so let's do it. Right, I've taken the photo. I can actually see faces on this screen already before I even transfer on the iPad, before I even start drawing. So that's always a good sign. The light's flickering, it's about to go out, but that's not unusual. As you all know, electrical stuff happens with me. This happens with me all the time. I don't know if you will notice it, but it's starting to flicker. I'll put it to the side so it's not blinding you. You see it's starting to flicker, the light. That's an 8 act. There you go, it's just cut itself out. Now you'll find the LEDs are still on as well. The LEDs are still working actually as if it is switched on when it isn't, and it's still got half power in the battery. And that's what happens to me all the time. People didn't believe us. This is an 8 act, an 8 setup. Look, it's just turned itself back on. And it's flickering again. See, it's flickering. I'll point it onto my t-shirt so you can see. See how that's flickering on and off and going crazy? That's what happens to me all the time. When I go to people's houses, I pre-warn them about the lights. I say, listen, mind, your lights might flicker, things might happen, things might move. Please don't be scared. I will take them with us. And this isn't the act. This has just happened right in front of us. But as I say, this happens in the radio show as well. I went over 102.5 FM. This light's come back on. But I'll turn that off now. Right, so I'm going to transfer this photo over onto my iPad, and I'm going to start drawing hopefully your loved ones. So go make yourselves a cup of tea, get yourselves sorted out, and make sure you've liked and followed this page, because you'll get a notification when I'm back on, which I'll only be a couple of minutes. I'm just going to get my stuff sorted and then I'll be back on shortly. Hi guys, I'm back. I'm now in my studio / Wendy house. Maybe it's / again shed, I don't know. But I've kitted this out for me clairvoyance, really. My daughter likes to use it as well for our gaming room. But what I'm about to do now is I'm about to go live again, and I'm going to draw whatever I've taken a photo of on that blanket. Anybody's loved ones, which you'll see. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer over onto my actual iPad. So you'll, rather than me having the camera filming as drawing, you're going to actually, I'll transfer it over so you're actually seeing it on the iPad, and then I'll do a voiceover. Hi guys, welcome back. Hello everybody. I've transferred the photo over onto the iPad. I'm going to draw whatever I see on the iPad, and hopefully it's your loved ones. I'll take that off, turn it around. This, you can have a look now. So there's what I'm about to draw. So that's how it works. So I can see faces on there already. Right, so I'll turn this off now. Right, so here I am. Now, if you look at what I'm doing at the moment, I'm zooming in and zooming out. And I'm starting to see a face there straight away. I can see the nose, I can see exactly where the eyes are, and I'm starting to see like the silhouette of the face. So I'm just starting to put like the nostrils in on the bottom of the nose. And what I do is I just sort of put like a template, like I outline the basic shapes of like the noses and the eye, and then the mouth. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm just putting like the bridge of the nose in, and then from there I start directing where the eyes are, well, the pupils. And I like to zoom in and out like a few times just to get sort of a bit of idea of where things are. And then once I know roughly where I can see the nose and the eyes, then I start putting bits more detail in. Where now I'm just starting to put the eyelids in bit by bit, and then now I'm going to start putting like the mouth in. Now I like to always keep the mouth shut, preferably. It just gives us it's better for me because it's less time. When you start like drawing people's mouths open, you've got to put the teeth in and the angle of them. Where I always like try and work, unless the spirit has a different path for us on that sort of drawing. Because sometimes I do draw teeth in, and when I am, there's usually always a reason. But I prefer to keep people's mouths shut if I can, because it saves me time, especially when I'm drawing as many people as I am. Now, as you can see here, I'm starting to put detail into the into the hair now, which is always, it always it sort of makes it more distinctive, and it narrows down a lot more to who the person you're drawing is for. Because it's a little different when you're drawing people on a one-to-one personal level. I mean, the accuracy is amazing. On some of the readings I've done, especially more recently as well. But with this being a live feed, obviously I need to put as much detail in as I can, so that people can, specifically pick out certain distinctive traits of the drawing to know for sure whether it's their loved one or not. I mean, I'm giving names out at the moment and everything on the live feed, and feelings I'm getting about the person. So I've drew this one now, and I'm just sort of fine detailing the last little bits of it off, and then from here I'm going to move on to the next face that I can see. So that's that one done. I mean, that was a pretty easy one really, because I could see it straight away. So I like to zoom out now. I'll zone out, zoom out, and then I'll zoom back in. It's sort of like the good old saying, looking at the bigger picture. I like to come out and then I'll go back in and then start putting a bit more detail in. So straight away I can see glasses here. There's no doubt about that, because you can just see the outline of the glasses straight away. And then once the glasses get put in place, then you start to see where the mouth is. Then you start to see the chin and the silhouette of the face again. And once you're getting, I like to put a lot more pressure down in the centre point of the lips. It sort of gives, in a photography terms, it's called depth of field. But in layman's terms, it's like you're putting more sort of 3D into the drawing, So here I am zooming in and out at the moment, just to differentiate exactly where the eyes, the pupils, the iris is. I'm just putting the eyelid in here, and then I'm going to work on the next eye. So I'm just putting that in now, and then I just put a little bit more detail in, and then I'll come back out, and then I'll just work on where I feel I need to, and then just work on the top. And as I said before, this bit here, where I'm putting the hair in and stuff, this is where you find distinctive sort of characteristics and styles to the person, and that's when people know whether it's them, their loved one or not. So that's how it works from here. Right, I'm just going to speed the rest of this up now. If you do want to watch this in real time, all you need to do is just go onto my page on Facebook, Stephen Black Clairvoyant. It's Stephen with a PH. People get confused with that. But basically what's happening at the moment is I'm just drawing what I can still see on the blanket in detail. And then what I do is I put the photo up on my page, Stephen Black Clairvoyant, for people to have a look at it. And if they believe I've drew one of their loved ones, what happens is now they put them up. So here's some of the photos. Some of them I've already drew previous in readings that people have put up. Nice of them to do that. This one, there's a few there now that I've drew previously, and then there's also ones that people have put up that I've drew on this live feed as well, right there in front of you. So I'm just going through some of these photos for you, just to be able to see exactly how it works, what I do. Because some of them, I mean, that one there with the tash that I've just drew on this live feed that you've just witnessed, there's somebody sent a photo in, and there's another one that I've drew. So there's a lot of people confirming who these people are that I draw. But like I say, guys, if you do choose to go onto my page and just check it out, you can go through. I mean, I've had the page now for about, I would have said probably 5 6 years, and I've done loads and loads and loads of live feeds, and loads of readings and tarot readings and spiritual connections and drawings. So I mean, it's all there in front of you. I mean, there's over, like I say, 40,000 people, like I said earlier in the video, following us now. And there's a lot of people who's getting a lot of proof from us. I mean, like I say, guys, I wouldn't be doing this if I couldn't do the drawings, because these drawings are my proof. I need proof as much as you do that what I'm doing is real and your loved ones are around you. Let's see what their cards are saying. Let's pick somebody. Alison Smike. Straight away I'm going to come to you. Your name was there, so that's who I'm going to choose. Alison Smike. Let's see what the cards say. There you go. Alison Smike. So I like to put the cards down in 3 separate piles. They're down. Alison, the cards is all over mine, like quite a lot there, which is never a good sign. And I feel it's as if, like, you know, the present moment now, I'm going to be letting people taking advantage of you. That's what I feel like I've got to say to you. Alison, let's just pull a card out. You're getting the World card. The World card's self-explanatory. Basically says, you've got your whole world ahead of you, and you need to be enjoying it for what it is. Right, I'm going to come to Mandy O'Rourke. Is it Mandy O'Rourke? Mandy O'Rourke. Let's pull some cards out for you. Let's get them shuffled up first, though. Let's shuffle these cards up and let's see what they say for you. Mandy, you're getting pulled into the future. And what I mean by that is there's so many things like waiting for you in your future, but you're digging your heels in now and it's got to stop. And I'm getting headaches around you, or I'm getting headaches in myself, I don't know, but they've just kicked in as I'm reading you. And I'm getting the feeling like, I don't know, it's like your future's there. Confidence. Your confidence is the biggest thing, the most important thing that needs work on. Working on your confidence, really important. And what's that card saying? New psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way that you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gift to open through study, prayer, and also meditation. So, there's a lot of, that's probably why you're so interested in the clairvoyance yourself. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cover somebody's profile photo. Right. Lauren Park. Lauren Park. Look at that, there I am. So, let's have a look at Lauren Parks. Let's see what's on Lauren Parks. Lauren Park. So there's the photo of you. Straight away. Do I really need to draw them eyes in? You can even see the pupils. Do you know, guys, there'll be loads of years now, you know, we'll have photos that you've had on your phone, on your Facebook. You'll have probably had photos on your profile for like 10 years and that. And you'll have faces of your loved ones in and you'll not even have a clue. And what I'm saying is you didn't necessarily need me to be always looking for these photos. Have a look yourselves. Have a good look around your photos. Didn't get yourselves all crazy about it and like every single photo, like looking into it, like to see if you can see faces. Because it can become quite addictive, believe us, it can, as you can imagine. But just have a little scour about some of your photos and just see, especially special occasions. I always think logically, I think, well, if I was spirit again, and I was coming to visit my daughter, for an example, I'm not going to be like revealing myself while she's standing on a toilet seat, drunk with her mates, right? I'm going to be like coming through on a special occasion, like a wedding, or a christening, or when she's getting a scholarship, or apprenticeship, when she's qualified, you know, like, or a passing out parade, you know, something special. You're not going to come through on a photo, like, well, I didn't think anyway. I mean, sometimes maybe, but, you know, 9 times out of 10, let's be honest, you're not going to come through to things like that. You're going to come through on special occasions. Somebody must have passed away in their sleep, because as much as I wanted to draw their eyes open, I just couldn't. I can see them shut, and that's the way I've had to draw them. I feel as if this person's saying to us like that they passed away peacefully. I feel like that's what I've got to say about this drawing that I'm doing now. But that's what I can see there. I know from a skeptic's point of view, this is why you know, you can always put a photo next to the person, and like it's gonna be like they're gonna be related to somebody. I do get that, but when I'm reading people personally, and I'm drawing their loved ones personally, that's a different story, isn't it? Like, because that's what I do. I can go anywhere in here, anywhere, and I can just go, well, there's a drawing of a lass's dad, there's a drawing of the same person. I mean, some of these I forgot I've even drew them. I mean, that dog, look at that dog. There must be a side-by-side one. All she wanted to know was that dog okay? That's all she wanted to know. Just that's how much it meant to her. Right, I found a profile photo I can work with, so we're going to cover this one. So here we go. Right, so Laura Clear, I'm going to cover your photo now. As I scroll down, there I am. So I'm going to go into here, but I want to pick this one. Why? Because there's more detail and there's more stuff going on. And a big thank you for making that effort and sharing the live feed. Right, as I get to there, right, I'm just gonna go on with it, what I can see. I'm gonna put, because I feel personally, like spirit, like whatever you wanna, you know, call your loved ones, whatever, they're gonna use things, right, around them, specifically, to let you, like, to make it easier for them to come through. So they can just show you enough of them, but not enough that, like, you could prove it, but just enough that you know it's them. So I'm getting, well, you can see, can't you, the dark curly hair, short. I feel like it's a woman. I'm getting like the M name, but I don't know if it's Mary, or I'm getting two names, Mary and Margaret, to be honest with you. But that's what I can see there. Getting a very quick passing with this person, mind. I don't know if they've took their own life, but that's the feeling I'm getting. Well, thank you so much, Shauna Graverson. Getting some photos of Laura Gray there. Right, I'm just going to screenshot these, and then I'm going to send them to Pauline Jameson, and I'm going to send her the photos as well. But I've had a friend request her because I don't even know if she's watching this, to be honest. Stephen, everything you said was spot on, down to my grandma's name, who is Mary, and the other M was Margaret for my mum, who passed suddenly. And like you said, my granddad could have been there too, but I couldn't make out that one as clear. that you can. Thank you so much. So Laura Gray, who I've just read, who I've never ever spoke to before in my life, has just sent us a message in. Right, so Stephen, everything you said was spot on, down to my grandma's name, who is Mary, and the other M was Margaret for my mum, who passed suddenly, like you said. Well, I'm really sorry about that. I'm gutted for you, to be honest, Laura. Like you said, my granddad could have been there too, but you couldn't make it out. That one, as it wasn't clear. But thank you so much. So there's the two photos that she sent us in. So let's just save these. Let's go back on to her drawing that I did. Bearing in mind, I've never met her before. I don't know nothing about her. Right. Now, I said to you, didn't I, about the putting hair in for that bonny lass. Now, look at that there. If that isn't her mum, and the lips, and the nose, look at the eyebrow and the eyes. Look at that. I don't know. Well, if that's not her mum, then I don't know what is. And I'm really sorry you've lost your mum so quickly. Really gutted for you. But, well, I don't think you're going to get much closer to that. To be able to draw somebody's loved one so accurately from another part of the world, well, country, who doesn't even know you. And if that doesn't prove that your mum and your gran isn't around you, I don't know what is. But please remember, guys, right, you know, I'm just a one-man band, and I do something totally different to any other clairvoyant. And I am at the present moment, unless somebody can educate us differently. But I was certainly the person who started this off. I was the first person to start off with iPads and drawing loved ones on photos. So I always remember that when somebody jumps on the bandwagon and copies of us. Alright. Right. Well, I'm gonna save this photo now. Look at that, man. If that's not her, you must have been in shock with that photo, like. You must have been in absolute shock. You know, I mean, look at the lips, right? And look at the way their hair's curly. Look at the way their hair's shaped there and shaped there. Guys, you know, honestly, like, it sickens us, like, because I would love, right, nothing more than to be able to do every single one of yous, like, loved ones for yous, but I just can't. Like, I can't do it, you know? Let's just, like, appreciate and enjoy this one I'm doing right now for her. This girl, Laura, has came onto my live feed. She shared it, right? Shared the live feed. There's all the photos getting sent back to you there, Laura. She shared the live feed. I've covered her photos. I've told her mum's and nana's names, and I've drew them right next to each other. So let's get this straight, right? I've told her nana and her mum's name. I've drew them, right? And I've put them side by side. I've drew them side by side. They've let themselves come through side by side. And then I've drew them side by side and put them side by side. So you know all these people out there, maybe he's a little bit skeptical, maybe they're a little bit critical, maybe they're just a little bit, I don't know, whatever you want to call them. Please explain to me how I managed to do that. How can I tell somebody their mum's name, their nana's name, and then draw them next to each other at that level? And I do it. Every time I come on live, let's be honest, I'm drawing people's loved ones constantly. And all I ask of you to do is just share. That's all I ask. Just share and make it public.